Hello everyone, Xephy here. Welcome to Pulse Operator Primer. Pulse is a 1-armor, 3-speed vanilla defensive operator, a member of FBI SWAT and fast boy who is played most often as a roamer or a lurker, providing valuable intel to his teammates off-site. Pulse's gadget,
freaking unbelievable!
fucking wall hacks, is a scanner that detects any and all enemy heartbeats from a distance of up to 9 meters, which is increased if the attackers are under the effects of Vinca's adrenal surge. It is a very strong gadget when used in tandem with a microphone, preferably not right next to a wind turbine. So, Pulse is a fast, intel-based roamer operator, which is basically everything a newer player shouldn't be playing in their first few hours of the game unless they want to get absolutely demolished by their enemies and teammates alike. But fret not, citizen, for I am here to tell you the most efficient ways to use Pulse. That is, after we go through his loadout options. And boy oh boy, do you have some!
I'm about to end this man's whole career. I broke up with my ex-girl. Here's a number. Psych! That's the wrong number!
Pulse has access to two primary weapons, the UMP-45 SMG and the M1014 semi-automatic shotgun. The UMP-45 might as well be semi-automatic as well, with its rate of fire which is more comparable to the rate of me passing my university courses. Oh, fuck me, I'm gonna die. While it has a rate of fire, it has pretty decent damage and very low recoil to compensate. In fact, the damage is so decent and the recoil is so low that I feel very comfortable using the thing with an angled grip and an extended barrel. But sometimes, I like to switch it up and use it with a vertical foregrip. Just be careful when taking firefights with enemies. The DPS on this gun is nothing to write home about. Just like on M1014, which sucks so much you have no idea why would ever use it, oh my god. Although not really, since on Pulse you can pull some really cheeky plays with the shotgun thanks to the intel your gadget provides. But you would also be able to do the same with the UMP, so... For his secondary weapons, Pulse has access to two semi-automatic pistols, the 5.7 and the M45. Just use the one you would buy in CSGO. But there is no M45 in CSGO. That's the point! As far as pistols are concerned, these two are some of the better options in the game, with the 5.7 having the highest max size in the game, while the M45 has great damage for a gun that isn't designed to be OP. Use whichever gun you want, although I personally use the 5.7 with the Muzzle Break. Pulse's secondary gadget options consist of the Nitro and barbed wire. I understand why you would use the wire, as it is one of the more useful and easy to utilize defender gadgets, and you should bring it if no one on your team brings it. But this would be incredibly rare, so in most situations you should bring a C4, since you can see 4 enemies at the same time with your gadget. Oh god, that was fucking stupid. You see attackers' precise positions to floors thanks to your wall hacks, and using that intel, as soon as you see some poor soldiers standing around, even if just for a few moments, be it to drone or hold an angle, you can simply throw a nitro right onto them, killing them immediately. With all that out of the way, how should you actually play Pulse? Well, Pulse is one of the more powerful operators in Team Rainbow, especially when played optimally, and he, in fact, was one of the most banned defenders during the Invitational. But most people, me included initially, would look at something like that and just think that pros are bad at the game. I mean, you literally only see a couple of red dots flailing around on your screen, some slightly further away than others. How useful can that intel really be?
Very fucking useful.
See, here's the thing. If you know that there are 4 fellas pushing a single direction, that means there's a single lonely mofo out there who's either doing the drone work or attempting a split push. And if a person is alone somewhere on the map, that means he can be picked off by your teammates if they can coordinate a united push against this fiend we are speaking of. But aha! I hear you saying, Xephy, you are not wrong, but you are most certainly forgetting one very important detail. Alas, but you have made a claim relating to a fat if that my teammates have the otherworldly ability to communicate. Well, shit. That is true. Half of Pulse's effectiveness comes not only from the player's ability to relay information comprehensively and precisely enough, but the other half also comes from your teammates actually utilizing the intel you are providing them. Which, well, it's a theme with intel-based operators, isn't it? So, basically, if you want to be efficient on Pulse, you better start learning the map layouts, because Lord knows these things can be complicated. Shit, I still get lost on the first floor of Theme Park, and that map has been out for 2 years. I mean, that's pretty much it to playing Pulse, to be honest, although there are still some other neat tips and tricks I share with you guys, like how floors and ceilings are your best friend. Seriously, being able to scan enemies with
Almost guaranteed
safety is incredibly useful. And if you can track the enemy walking around the floor, you can essentially spam mark them from floor below by using regular pings, without the attackers ever figuring out a thing. But if your teammates aren't utilizing the intel you're dishing out properly, there is nothing wrong with taking matters into your own hands by utilizing the vertical gameplay to your advantage. If you see on your heartbeat sensor that an attacker has stopped and doesn't seem to move, like if they were to drone for example, you can try to use your primary weapon or even a Nitro cell to kill them through the ceiling. Chances are, they won't be able to react on time and you will get a free kill. Although you might want to hold on to that C4 since it can be incredibly useful to prevent plans by figuring out the plant location with your heartbeat sensor. That sure must hurt. If you are planning to hold a separate room and provide intel to your teammates to that room, try to barricade all necessary doors and windows to make sure you aren't shot in the back while you are scanning for enemies. Be careful of Sledge, Buck and Jackal. They have had enough of your pathetic attempts at vertical gameplay and IQ, since she can locate you on her scanner from a range much further than you can scan her. Pulse is an amazing operator who can provide his team with intel when no one else could, and who can also be unbelievably fun to play even in solo queue, cause those Nitro cell kills sure are satisfying. Even if he is not as broken as he was on release, this bald bastard never lets me down. Thank you very much for watching my video, I hope you have learned something from it. And don't forget, communication is key. Good luck and have a nice day.